everyone, this is Donna from the Y. Today we're making split pea soup. It's the day after Easter and it's really cold and blustery, and perhaps you might have some ham or a ham bone left. I'm not making it with ham, but if you do have ham, it's a good opportunity to use it. You want to be sure you're not wasting anything. So in our split pea soup, you're going to have one small potato diced up, onions, garlic, and celery. You're supposed to have carrots too, but my bunny ate all the carrots, so there's no carrots to be had, so no worries. So this is 1 pound of split peas. I haven't soaked them, I've rinsed them, so this is what it's just 1 pound Goya. And so we're going to saute our vegetables first. My pan, you always want to start your pan heating first. I'm adding about a tablespoon of olive oil. My pan is hot, and now I'm going to add the vegetables. So, and you might ask, why am I doing a potato? The potato is actually going to give it a little bit more of a creamy, I should have used a cutting board without a ridge, but anyhow, a little bit more of a creamy texture. So let me just get everything that's in here. And you're just going to get that sauteed about 3 minutes. Of course, you're going to have to stir pretty frequently so it doesn't burn, but just over medium heat. And there you go. This will just give it some flavor. You don't have to saute the vegetables. In fact, you could cook everything all together. You could put the split peas in, the vegetables, the 6 cups of water, and bring it up to a boil, bring it down and simmer, and in about 40 minutes it would be done. Salt usually calls for about 2 teaspoons of salt, or you could use less. A little bit of pepper, lots of pepper, I don't even measure that. To make it a little different, because I'm not using ham, I do add some crushed tomatoes, and you can use what you have at home. It could be a can of diced tomatoes or the crushed, so we're going to play with the crushed. But you'll add that at the end. So you want to give that a stir. And I'm going to add some nice fresh ground black pepper. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of salt. If you're using ham, you might not need to add any salt at all. And the other option is, if you wanted some more flavor, you could use some chicken broth or vegetable broth or a bouillon cube to add more flavor. I don't bother with that because I feel like the vegetables sort of stand out on their own. So I'm going to let that simmer for a couple minutes. The other spice I might add is some cayenne, just a little bit. You have to be careful because it's very hot. So I might add 1/8 of a teaspoon. Some dried mustard. So that's going to give it a nice sort of a little bitter, but a little bit of tang to the soup. So it's a nice addition. And then while I'm at it, I'm going to do some turmeric too, because that's such a great oxidant and full of phytonutrients. So I'm going to add my mustard now. I had a really big thing of mustard, and I just dried mustard, and I just checked the labels from 2016. So I'm not using that. This is a newer one. And a little bit of turmeric just to give us about a teaspoon of that. Stir it all in there. And I also love thyme, but again, a little bit goes a long way. Rosemary I have out in the garden. Maybe if I brave the wind and the rain, I might grab some. But the fresh thyme you might want to add it near the end of cooking. So that's all simmered. And also, since we're trying not to go shopping too much, you can feel free to use what you have. So if you have Mushrooms, use that. I didn't have carrots, so I can't use it. So don't throw out a recipe just because you're missing one ingredient. It might not be a key ingredient, and still make it. It's still going to be very nutritious. It's still going to be really good. So I'm going to add my split peas now. So I did rinse them. They always recommend, look, it's so hard. They recommend to rinse them. Let's see if it falls apart. To rinse them because they could have some dirt or what have you from when they picked it. They always say check for small stones. I've never found a small stone. And then you're going to add about 7 cups of water. This is only 2 cups. Of course, I'll add 3 more containers full of this. And bring it on over and take a look. I'm going to just hit this on auto and get some more water. So you're going to bring this to a boil. And if you did have a ham bone, you would put it in now and let it simmer with everything for about an hour, 40 minutes to an hour. You're always going to check that you have enough water in there and it doesn't get all dry. Okay, let's have more water. Okay, and it smells really good. This is what you want to have on a stormy day, something warm, something that's going to just warm your whole family up. Also, split peas are a great source of protein, a great source of fiber. Let me look, I just looked it up. Half a cup, 1 cup cooked, 231 calories, good source of potassium, 41 grams of carbohydrate, 16 grams of fiber. So we usually recommend about 20 grams of fiber. So 16 grams, there you go. You're 3/4 of the way there. So stay safe and stay healthy, my friends. Take care.